Hello everybody, my name is Cameron Brown and a warm welcome to the HowToCameron channel and welcome to another video on morgz. Guys, I'm not out of video ideas, what you on about? On a real note, I do have lots of other video ideas, but I felt like this is a good video to make. Even though I have made lots of videos on morgz before, I feel like this video will be quite different. And because of that, I think it's worth making it. But in today's video, I wanted to talk about morgz's channel performance. Now, I want to start off straight off the bat that I'm not calling morgz's channel dead or anything. He still gets so many goddamn views. Like, the guy is still pushing well over 60, 70 million views a month, which is a lot of goddamn money and also a lot of goddamn attention. And just off that basis, I'm not calling his channel dead. And on top of that, he still manages to break 2, 3, 4 million views a video, which is absurd. And you know, I struggle to break 1,000. So let me just start off by saying that I'm not calling his channel unsuccessful or anything. But I wanted just to talk and compare how his channel is doing now and how it used to do. And I think it actually highlights a much bigger issue with morgz's channel, and that's what I want to talk about in general. The reason why I'm talking about numbers a lot in this video is because morgz is pretty much famous for his numbers. The point of his channel is to get high numbers. He makes videos for views, for massive subscriber gains, and lots of monetary gain. He's not like a genuine content creator who cares about making good videos. Instead, he's just a kid, well, an 18-year-old now, so not a kid, but he's just a guy who pretty much tries to make as much money and tries to get as many views as he can off the platform. And to be quite frankly honest, he's massively successful. He was 17 when he reached 10 million subscribers, which is an absurd achievement. I have noticed, however, how quick his views have decreased. And if I was morgz, I'd be really goddamn scared. I'm not gonna lie, because it's very clear that his channel is just not renewable. So if he does ever watch this video, which I doubt he will, I want him to hear me out. So firstly is the comparison. morgz used to get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million views a video. He has many of his most popular videos. They boast well over 20, 30 million views. But now if you look at his channel, you realise that his views are just much, much lower. I'm just going to show you guys a screenshot from the Wayback Machine, which is like a website where you can see what websites used to look like, maybe a couple of years ago, for example. And I just want to show you guys the comparison of how many views his videos get. As you can see, it's a very big decrease, especially when you realise that the screenshots are only 5, 6 months apart. They're not that far apart. If you also look at how many views he gets per month, he averages 60, 70 million views a month now, but looking at his daily views, he'll probably be getting about 50 million views a month if he continues how he's going now. He used to be getting like 200 million views a month. So his channel used to actually get 3 times the amount of views as it used to just a year ago, and actually less. On top of that, hit subscribe again, and this is where it's very different. In February of 2019, which, let me just iterate, was just 6 months ago, he gained almost 1 million subscribers. And in this month, being August, he's on the road to gain about 100,000. But if you actually look at his detailed analytics, i.e. 30 days ago, because obviously it's average, 30 days ago he was gaining 5K a day. Now it seems like, you know, he's getting less than 2K a day, so he's on target for August to probably only gain 60, 70,000 subs. And what's interesting is the fact that he hasn't really changed his content. It's not like he, you know, has completely changed his videos and tried to become a genuine YouTuber. He's still made clickbait crap, but he's not performed how he used to. I want to mention that I'm not saying that just because his channel's doing bad in terms of numbers, it means that he's a bad YouTuber and he's going to lose his career. I heavily doubt that, but I just want to talk about the problems with having a channel like morgz, and I want to talk about why his channel is dying in this way. So let's go through some of my points. Number 1 is a fickle fan base. morgz probably has an insanely fickle fan base. So what that means is, yes, there are a lot of people watching his videos, but chances are people are subscribing to his channel, watching his content and really enjoying it for 3 or 4 or 5 months maybe, and then after that just getting bored. And the reason why these people are getting bored is because they're kids. Generally speaking, kids don't normally watch a YouTuber for such a long period of time. Kids generally, they watch a YouTuber because they're always in the recommended, which is what happens with morgz's videos. They're always in the goddamn recommended, it seems. They really enjoy his content for a few months, but after that they just get bored because kids don't really gain a good connection with the YouTuber. They enjoy the content creator's content just because other kids enjoy him, because it's popular. Kids really care about how many views YouTubers get, and they're very, very focused on watching YouTubers that get lots of views, and they're not really bothered about YouTubers that their channels aren't doing as well as they used to. So for example, when morgz says, oh guys, let's get 10 million subscribers, we're on the road to 10 million, his fans are like, oh my god, morgz is growing so much, I love morgz so much, we need to help him. But after he's hit 10 million, the kids, they don't care about him. They do care about him being super successful, because kids normally look up to very successful people. I feel like kids, they want to help him, so he's amazing and he does super successful because kids look up to success. But the second that he reached 10 million subscribers, his goal, they're like, oh, so why are we watching his videos exactly? I mean, he doesn't need help. On top of that, kids are also just really dumb in terms of subscribing and unsubscribing. If you say in one of your videos, oh, guys, if you don't subscribe, you'll get 7 years of bad luck. Guess what? The kids will mostly subscribe. And I'm talking about like 8 to 12-year-olds. I'm not even talking about like early teens. I'm talking about like 8 to 12-year-olds who are in primary school. If you say that in a video, they'll actually believe you. I remember personally, and I'm quite smart just saying, but if a song said something like, oh, I want to die, like that was one of the lyrics, I literally wouldn't sing it because I thought like I would actually die because I wished to die. Like, that's how dumb I was as a kid, and I'm quite intelligent now, so I can't imagine what other kids used to believe when they were my age with less intelligence, to be quite frankly honest. Number 2 is pretty obvious, and I'm just going to mention it now. It's probably the lack of content between him and Kara Bridget. Now, here's the thing that's quite interesting. I genuinely believe morgz and his girlfriend, they were very successful in videos together. And if you look at Kara Bridget's channel, you actually realise that that's not doing too well either. I feel like when morgz was making videos with Kara Bridget, it very much got a lot more female fans. If you make videos with a girl, you'll normally get an older fan base of girls. Now, we're talking about in comparison to his current fan base, so we're talking about like 13 to 16-year-old girls here, not legal ones, that's all I'm saying. But like, I feel like with morgz's content, when he was making videos with his girlfriend, there were loads of girls who, were quite emotional over the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, instead of boys that were 8 to 12, for example, who actually were loving these videos, but now because they're not together, obviously they're not making these videos anymore, they're just leaving because morgz is not making videos with any romance or anything. I feel like a lot of girls look up to like cute couples on YouTube, and especially when the couples are younger, for example morgz and Kara Bridget, I think they look up to that and they enjoy watching a couple like that. But then when the couple's apart, they just don't care about the individuals themselves. So that's another reason why I think his channel is on the decline. Number 3 is the lower amount of hate watchers. Someone made a video in which they talked about how haters made morgz millions. And I think this video heavily damaged morgz's channel. A lot of people who watch morgz's content watch it out of hate. Now, hate watchers are actually more valuable than just what I like to call shadow watchers. These are people who will just watch videos of a YouTuber, they won't leave a like, they won't leave a comment, they'll just watch the video and leave. Hate watchers are way more beneficial than that. YouTube promotes videos on a basis of engagement. If a video has lots of comments, if a video gets lots of likes or dislikes, they have similar value, your video will be promoted in their algorithm, which means you'll get more views in the long term. On top of that, you'll get the initial views from the haters as well. So when previously he used to have a lot more hate watchers before this video was released, before the haters of morgz were told properly about the detrimental effects of actually still talking about this guy and how it still benefits him, because obviously morgz's haters want him to go down, but them hating on him is actually helping him. I feel like a lot of people stopped hate watching morgz, and because of that, he just lost the effect of having more promotion through having higher engagement. And the last point is morgzfest. Morgzfest is quite interesting because what morgz is trying to do is he's trying to start an event, like an inflatable course, just like a TanaCon event pretty much. That clearly went well, so surely it'll go well for morgz. In which his fans can pay a fee, obviously, like an admission fee, to see morgz, to hang out, and also just to have fun. Now, obviously, there isn't really anything bad about it, but I feel like his fans are just bored of him. Like, that's something I've noticed. And I feel like him just advertising morgzfest, I think it actually causes his channel to do worse. Because I feel like his fans are, instead of associating morgz as a kid like they are, because obviously a lot of morgz's fans are kids, They're seeing him more as a trademark. What I mean by that is I feel like with kids, you know, the main reason why they love morgz is because morgz was relevant to them. A lot of these YouTubers that make content for kids are either really young, i.e. Ryan Toys Review, whatever the hell his channel's called, or they're just middle-aged, like Guava Juice, who I believe is actually 5'2". Lol. There was not really anyone in the middle section, I believe. So when morgz came in, being a 16-year-old or 17-year-old, he was obviously a kid, so his fan base were like, wow, morgz is just like us, wow. And I feel like that gained him a lot of support. But I feel like since Morgz Fest became an event that was scheduled to happen, and since morgz has heavily advertised it, kids have associated morgz with a company rather than a child like them. And because of that, I feel like he's just lost a lot of the special touch. And I genuinely don't see morgz's channel doing well in the future. I really don't, because his content just seems so bad for his image. Like, I don't feel like anyone takes morgz seriously, and I don't believe he has an actual fan base who, like, understand how the world works. Obviously, I know people are going to be like, oh, why are you trying to give YouTubers advice when your channel doesn't even get any views? And you know what? That is a fair point. But YouTube is a game, I feel like, and it's just unlucky for me. That's how I see it. But I love making videos, and that's all that matters to me.